I'm doing a project at school talking to people who have great careers that I think are interesting and would like to know more about. And I was wondering if there'd be any possibility at some point I would be able to sit down with Lori or Charles or somebody who works there and kind of figure out how they got started and how they started their own business.
I was led to medicine because it kind of fit several things for me. It seems to be the place where the desires of my heart and the needs of the world are closest together.
Certainly, the fear of failure should not stop us from trying things, or we're going to be dead in the water.
My experience at least has been, you plan and then life happens, and life may have a very different plan.
I believe that everyone has been given a purpose in life, and there's something out there, and just keep trying different things. So I think everything you do in your daily life has the potential of influencing your purpose in life. And so don't take anything for granted, don't take any of your experiences for granted.
But the other part is just don't be afraid to go for it. Don't spend 12 years getting to the starting point like I did.
Having a job that is your dream, there really is no better thing. I felt kind of pressured by my parents to do something more practical. And you always want to do what your parents want you to do, and I think people just doubt themselves, like I did. To find what it is in that job that you really excel at, or that you find happiness in. Unless you're doing something that you truly love, and that makes you happy, that makes you wake up in the morning and go out and do it, you're never going to be happy.
You know, over the course of my life, I have just tried to follow my instincts and act on opportunities as they came and seemed, logical to me. So I'm really happy. If I had it to do over again, I think I would take the same path.
I think the best part of my experience with the Road Trip Nation group has been realizing that I'm really not alone in my search for happiness, and that it's okay that I really want to be truly happy with my life. And it was really cool to see that there's a lot of people that have that in common, that they don't want to just settle with their lives, they want to live an extraordinary life.
The first job you get out of college isn't necessarily what you're going to be doing, or even when you're at college, what you think you're going to be doing. Doesn't seem like most people, that's not what they end up doing. So
Focused on, this is a job I've identified, now I just need to do anything to get it, rather than, what does this have to offer me, and do I fit that?
It may be terrifying and it may be scary, and you may doubt yourself at times, but it's always worth it to give it a shot, because if you don't, you will never know what happens. And so I've heard from so many of these people, I'm so glad I didn't, I wouldn't change a thing. It was a hard road, but I'm glad I did it and I wouldn't change it, and it's something that it's just good to hear.
There's lots of different paths you can take, and that a lot of times taking all those different paths will teach you more about yourself than sticking with one the entire way.
Let's say I wanted to be a journalist. Then my whole thought was do what you need to do to become a journalist, instead of what can life do for you along the way? And maybe that will shape where you end up being.
I think I've been struggling with is, at what point are you searching for the thing that you love more than anything to making into your career? And at what point is it okay to say, this is my career, but I also have something else that I'm going to continue no matter what.
There's anything that I hope a student's taking from this experience, it's got to be able to listen to what's inside, and to appreciate and to also hear what's outside. To decide what is it really that I want, and to have courage to pursue that.